I feel bad. I called the police on somebody this other day.
Huh?
Yes, a drunk driver.
Swerving.
Yo, I was at Sheets waiting to get something. This motherfucker drove over the curb.
This is in green, won't
This is in green.
I know it was
over
in
the
green.
curb. And welcome back to the new OGs, everybody. I'm your host, Chris Allen, here with my co-host.
We got Dowell, man, the same person that I've been since I woke up this morning.
Now, what's wrong with you now?
Nothing, man. Just, I thought I was going on a little trip today, and
Life.
life is lifing, and it ain't all bad, and nothing's bad, but it's just like you just said to me, I got 3 things against me. At first, it started out as 1, then it started as 2. Now it's all 3 of my kids got something going on, so it's like I might as well go ahead and cancel this trip, man. And it was something else that went on too. That I hurt my leg.
Dang.
I hurt my leg, so I can't even really run like that. So it's like
What happened?
this was I was on the dirt bike.
Oh, a dirt bike?
Yeah, and I messed my leg up, but I was supposed to be running, so I was supposed to be going to St. Louis to go run the 10K. Well, now my leg is messed up, so I had to dumb it down to a 5K. But now my kids man, I'm not going nowhere. I'm gonna go ahead and cancel it.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in that. Like whenever I want to say I want to go somewhere, like in your case, I want to go somewhere, something gets in my way, I'll go, let me fix this. And if something else gets in my way and stops me, I will give pause and go, you know what, maybe I'm not supposed to go.
Yeah.
But there's also that thing, too, of, like, you can't let anything stop you from moving forward. So you never know, like, is this God or a higher being or the universe trying to tell me to stay my ass at the house, or I don't need to go, or am I just being lazy? You know what I'm saying? But I think in this case, this is kids.
Yeah.
I think this is like, hey, man, stay home.
Oh, yeah, I was locked in. I've still
Yeah.
been running, even with a bum leg.
Yeah.
So.
And the thing is, too, like, it's not like you was going out to see a joint, something like that. You were going out to do something that was fun and positive
and hang out.
Yeah. But do something that was gonna better you.
Yeah.
It's an accomplishment. But like you said, these events, and I don't want to put your business out there like that, but like those are some key events. And you're making the right call, and that's being an adult.
Yeah. So that just happened all at one time.
It does, man. It just happened. All your dreams crushed.
Yeah.
But
it's all good. It's no big deal.
No.
I'll enjoy this much more than.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can run anywhere.
Yeah. I'll enjoy this.
You can run anywhere. Damn. What were we gonna talk about from the jump?
Shannon Sharpe.
Yo.
Shannon Sharpe.
Uncle Shannon Sharpe.
He said, Unc gets it in.
Well, how you feel about the situation?
So the little bit that I do know is he was blackmailed. All right. And the girl knew what she was doing, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But Shannon should have never been trying to hit that little girl. Now, that girl was all of tops of what? She was 20 years old?
19 at the time. 19. They said he was 54 or 52 or some shit like that.
He said, Unc gets it in. I like that part, though. But
Unc gets it in.
But he ain't had no business trying to hit that girl, man. He should have. And Monique was the one that said, Shannon, why don't you get your what she said, I think she said old bitch. She didn't talk like that. I can't remember what she said. But she said, woman that cook for you and rub your feet. You not them little young girls. Monique tried to tell his ass.
That's so funny. I'm surprised nobody has surfaced that clip and played it on social media yet.
We should get to it first.
We should get to that clip. It's funny ironic that this happened to him because just a couple days before, and we'll get back to Shannon Sharpe. This is all in the same wheelhouse. A couple days ago, Tracy Ellis Ross was on the podcast. I don't know if it was her podcast, but it was her and Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
And Tracy Ellis Ross, can you look up how old she is? She said that
she's like 40. Tracy Ellis Ross age.
She's got to be closer to 50.
Tracy Ellis
52.
Ross is 52 years old.
52. And she says she doesn't like to date guys her age. She likes to date younger men.
How much younger though? See, younger isn't always a problem. It's just how much younger.
Man, I don't. You know what? We can look it up, but I'm thinking like 20s and 30s if I'm not.
How old are the men Tracy Ellis Ross likes to date?
So yeah, so she went on this.
Tracy Ellis Ross has stated that she prefers dating men younger than herself.
That's it.
It don't say no. I'm pretty sure if I look it, we can find it.
Yeah, I didn't. I should have done more research, but she's 52, so younger
She's
men.
52, and she says she likes younger men. Younger men around whether it's
Yeah, so she
It don't say no age on this.
so younger men and X went crazy. People on Twitter went crazy. The internet went crazy. This is what I don't like. A lot of guys are like, "Oh, if we say that, we would be, weirdos and creeps." But when she does it, it's empowering and all this kind of stuff. And it's just like, look, man.
Is that how they made it look though? Like it was empowering?
But that's kind of like what they say on the internet. Whenever women do things, especially depending on what platform. Anytime you're on social media, basically women can do no wrong, especially black women. Depending on which circles you kind of run in on social media.
Yeah.
Black women can do no wrong. They can date whoever they want, but they can hold other people to a higher standard. But like they'll get mad at, say, I can't think of his real name. I think it's Jay Ellis, the guy from Insecure.
Yeah.
He revealed that he was married to a white woman. And people lost their fucking minds.
They didn't know it?
No.
Okay.
They didn't know. And people lost their minds because he's on Insecure. It's a super black show. And I think his TV persona kind of got hijacked into real life.
Yeah.
And people got mad at him for dating this white woman and shit like that. So Jay Ellis, phenomenal actor, gave us 5 seasons of great television.
Mm-hmm.
And then the moment he reveals that he's with a white woman and marries her, people, they turn their back on him and talk shit to him. But then
is he like a super black, like?
I don't know. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody knew.
Okay.
I just think on the show
You said who? What was his name?
His name is Jay Ellis.
I know who that is.
Yeah.
Jay
He's been in a
Ellis.
bunch of stuff. But he was Issa Rae's.
This dude.
Yeah, him.
First
yeah.
and foremost, he looks like he dates a white woman. Fuck. What are we talking about?
Thank you.
This is no fucking secret. This is no secret.
No.
It's no surprise.
No surprise.
This man looked like he dated a white woman, and that's the white woman.
Yeah.
She's a good-looking white woman.
Yeah. Yeah, he's good looking. She's good looking. But people were upset about it. Oh, you know what really made them upset about it is because he turned the comments off on his Instagram post.
Yeah.
For his wedding pictures, and people were like, "Oh, you married this white woman. You don't want us to say anything," and da 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 da. But yeah, leave that man alone.
Yeah.
So yeah, my thing is just like athletes date white women. Yeah, athletes date white women, but the moment black women do it, it's okay.
Yeah.
And the thing, I'm fine with that. Like I was saying, Quinta Brunson. Yeah, that's her name. Quinta Brunson, who created Abbott Elementary, she announced she's getting divorced, and it was revealed she's married to a white dude. And people were like, "Yo, she's married to a fucking white dude." But if you look at her, she seems like a black woman that's married to a white dude.
Yeah.
But no one's super mad at her.
Well, I mean that's the world though.
Yeah. So that's what I mean by like it's a
like,
double double standard in that sense where like and the thing is I don't care. That's what makes me mad. It's just like you got grown men complaining that Tracy Ellis Ross can say she wants to date younger men. Nobody gets mad at that. Quinta, other black women, famous black women, successful black women, they date white men, marry white men, and it's okay. But when black men do it, for some reason, it's seen as like a kick in the teeth, stab in the back. Why would you do something like
that's
that?
because society says that white men are superior.
Oh shit! So. Damn, I never even really thought about that. I don't know why I never did.
Yeah, I mean
so,
that would make sense of why that's the case. A white man is the most superior, supposedly, quote unquote. That's why. I mean, that's just life at this point. Like,
yeah, that's crazy. I never really. never even really thought about it.
Yeah,
like,
that's the first thing that
like
came to my mind. Like, duh, nigga, because
They feel like that's the top of the food
They
chain?
feel like that's it. So it's not a big deal. Like, I got me a rich white man.
Yeah.
Like, somebody say I got me a rich black man. You don't hear too many women that brag on, I got me a rich black man. She said, I go get me a rich white man.
Damn, that's true.
Yeah.
If someone said they have a rich black man, they would say, I'm dating an athlete.
Something. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to go straight to something.
Yeah.
It's something that revolves a skill.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. You know what's funny?
not a, go ahead.
Some entertainment.
Yeah.
So my wife and I, we watch a lot of reality shows, and there's one woman on the Housewives of Atlanta. Her name was Shamia.
Mm-hmm.
Good looking woman.
Okay.
And house is crazy. They big chilling. House insane.
And she dates
No. Sorry, to switch it up a little. She's married to a rich black dude. So they were like, "Dang, how'd you get this house? What's your husband do?" This motherfucker is an HVAC guy.
Yeah. Damn.
She was like, "Have you been to the airport?" He did all. I'm like, "Yo, that's real money." Cause like when you watch these reality shows, a lot of these dudes that these women are with, low key, they seem like scammers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or they run a bunch of restaurants and other businesses, but they're not really running them correctly. And at some point throughout the show, they end up getting, charged with tax evasion or some weird shit or something like that. But like the dude, not saying that her husband couldn't be caught up in no shit like that, but like that's the first time on the show where like the guy is just a regular rich dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not from no weird shit, no weird investments. It's like, nah, this motherfucker does HVAC.
Yeah.
Or like, hey, they put in elevators or escalators.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money in that shit, and people don't realize that.
Yeah, man.
It's not glamorous.
Yes, exactly. What you just said is 100% a trade. Like,
Yeah.
and owning like a trade company.
Yeah.
What? You talking big bread, bro.
Big
Big
bread.
bread.
Bro, because when she was like, yeah, he did all the HVAC for the airport, I was like, God damn.
Oh, yeah, you already know. One airport probably secured them for that year.
Could you imagine that shit, getting the HVAC contract for an airport?
That secured them for that year.
Man.
Chilling. That's a contract you don't want to lose.
Big, like you say, big chilling.
Yeah.
He got him a chocolate woman. They live in Atlanta. He rich. He living it up. But
Put my feet up.
he living it up.
What up? But back to what you.
Yeah.
what you
So
said.
like
Shannon Sharpe.
Shannon Sharpe shit, man. I'm not surprised. I can look at that dude and tell he probably dates white women exclusively, or
Oh yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He just has that.
yeah.
I don't know what it is about these dark-skinned, country bumpkin dudes. Is it really just the mandingo and the slave master's wife shit, or a slave master's daughter?
Those messages. Did you see the messages that he was saying?
Yeah.
It sounded like it.
Yeah.
What did he say? He said, she said, I don't want you to choke me. He said, they catch me outside, and he said, big black dude choking little white girl.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Shannon, you talking crazy.
Talking crazy.
Crazy. Now, I know he was in character, but, buddy, you was set up. And I don't know if all of it was in character. I mean, yeah, I know. I think all of it was in character. I like to call myself, like, when I know I got to get into, like, if I'm dealing with a certain situation, I know I got to get into character.
Because you are a character dude. You have sex with masks on and shit.
I've definitely had sex with a mask on.
That is crazy.
With a mask
That's
on.
a lot of confidence. I don't.
You put the mask on and get into character. That shit get crazy.
I don't have the confidence for that shit, man.
It's all good.
I don't.
Everybody got what they good at. I ain't got the confidence to go up and do comedy.
It's easier than what you do.
Hell no.
Yes, it is.
Mine's is more.
I will
fulfillment.
I will fuck that all up. I'm not built for
You
that.
don't act like them.
Huh?
I mean, I guess you could. I don't get into doing all of that. I haven't got into like, what's it called? Like, I haven't got into like character where I act like I'm the fucking character. Like, I'm not gonna have on a Spider-Man mask and act like I'm Spider-Man
and do a voice and shit.
Yeah, or Batman. Bend your ass over.
I mean, even just like getting the
Putting
women
on the
to
mask.
do that.
Oh, people are into it. What?
I
People
could-
are into anything.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying I wouldn't even get to that point. I would
Yeah.
fuck it up at the place if she was attracted to me, I would somehow fuck it up to where like it's not happening.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
me.
Yeah. You gotta lock in.
Yeah, I don't. I also notice about myself. Not that it matters anymore, but I'm not a guy that women see and like they just want immediately. That's not me.
But you could do it with the woman that you deal with your wife, particularly you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could try all of that shit with her. You gotta keep it spicy, man.
I mean, we do our thing, but I'm just saying.
You put a mask on. Show up today, butt naked with a mask on.
No, that would be such a waste of time. It wasn't penciled into the schedule.
You done lost some weight too.
She got meat. Don't even do that.
You done lost some. Chris done lost some weight too.
Don't
Boy,
do that.
hey, listen.
You buttering me up for something.
Kalila about to get what she's looking for.
She don't want nothing from me.
She about to get once she lose a few lbs. My boy ain't gonna not be out of breath after 2 strokes no more.
Lose some lbs, get that big D.
Yeah.
Nah, man, we try to keep it spicy, but like after 20 years, man, you got to do some shit.
You gotta put on a mask. You gotta put on a mask.
You know what? If she asked me to do some shit, I would do it, but it's just I don't think she would ever ask. Mm-hmm. I have even asked, like, yo, do you want to do some weird shit? No. All right. You sure?
Don't ask.
Nah.
Don't ask. Somebody said today what they tell them. It's probably what Shannon Sharpe told her. Don't fight this.
Don't fight this.
We can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way.
Yeah, you don't want that on tape. That tape, it does sound like a setup. Yeah. It's too much dead space, too much dead air. Yeah. The way she talking is weird. But like, man, it's something about these athletes, man. Like, why? Look, and I don't want to kink shame. I saw somebody who I'm a fan of from a reality show who's happened to be a gay black man. He was like, yo, I'm always going to kink shame race play. And I want to be like, bro, you're gay. You have no fucking right to talk about the way anybody has sex.
Yeah.
You don't.
No.
You don't.
No.
At all.
Because it's that, no.
You don't. And I'm not trying to be a dick.
Yeah.
But it's just like, as a gay person, you want people to accept you for how you live your life.
What you like.
So, yeah, exactly. You want that respect. I get it. Everybody has their boundaries, but, like, you don't have any room to kink shame Shannon Sharpe because he's fucking with these women and saying the shit that he's saying. I do not think that's right. With all this shit that we're allowing adults to do and get away with sexually and just to make money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to shame sex workers.
Yeah.
We're not supposed to make fun of OnlyFans women because sex work is work. But the moment Shannon Sharpe uses his bread to call in the 19-year-old, it's just like, yo, that shit's weird. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I don't like to judge nothing, but I am a 34-year-old male that just, I guess because I'm not attracted to like a 19-year-old girl, I go out downtown or I go out to UVA. If I was to go, I would never hang out at I stopped hanging out on UVA corner when I was 28 years old. I woke up. I stood up, looked around. I was with my brothers and them, and I looked around and I seen those girls there, and they felt like kids to me.
Yeah.
And I left, it was 11 p.m., bro. I'll never forget that. I was 28 years old. It was 11 p.m., and I got the fuck out of there. And I might have went back to UVA for people our age throw like day parties and stuff.
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, man, I go to UVA. I don't even drive past it and look through there. Like, I feel like at a certain age, you're looking at kids, bro.
I'm at that age too, at 45, to where like women who are 19, 20, in their early 20s, they look too young.
Yeah.
They look very young.
No, they look young. They look like kids. They look like kids now.
Yeah, it's strange.
They look like high school.
Yeah, I don't like it. It's
now,
just like,
obviously not like the grad students and shit like that.
Yeah.
But the undergrads.
Yeah. People in there anywhere from like 18 to 24ish, they look super young.
Yeah.
Even I remember being 25 and people thinking I look so young, and I'm like, I don't get it. But now I meet people, I'm like, what are you, 21? They're like, dude, I'm 27.
Yep.
It's just like, oh shit, well, you look super, super young. But yeah, man, it's weird. Here's an example. When I went to New Bedford this past summer for a comedy festival,
mm-hmm.
and we were looking to go to a bar,
Mhm.
and we went to this one spot, and it's like all these young, like college age people in there,
Yeah.
and people are spilling out, and it's packed, and there's some good looking women in there, but at the same time, I'm like, they look too young. Like I don't want to be in here with these people. And I remember having this thought, like, yo, at one point in time, I would have broke my neck to get in there to like look at these women.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, man, they too young, man. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I get it. They look good. I think for me, when I look at young people, I'm like, damn, that's how good we looked when we were in our 20s.
Yeah.
Like that's what a 24-year-old body looks like. How it's just, it looks
was-
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I will say from that standpoint, it looks youthful, but it's not so much like a sexual attraction.
Not at
And it's
all.
just like, damn, look how spry.
24. I could do 24.
Mhm.
I could do 24. 24 is like right at the cusp.
I feel like 24 is like
I think what they say you're supposed to add.
oh boy, you doing
This is some math. I think
you about
they
to you
said.
about to do that weird guy shit.
I think this-
half your age plus 8.
I think it's a plus 8.
That's
or
that
7.
that's that like Nation of Islam or like Christian cult shit.
Is it
Yeah.
for real?
Half your 8, yes.
Plus 8.
Yes.
That don't put you at a bad age though.
Yeah, but it's kind of
Like what? Half of your age.
that would be 22 plus. Is it 22? Is it plus 4?
But no, it's plus 8. It's either plus 8 or plus 7.
Look it up. What is that? The age?
What's the question?
What is? I think it's
Like, what am I asking?
rule for dating younger women half your age plus 8 or something. I don't know. Yeah. But look up Nation of Islam wife age or something like that. Because I remember I just watched Malcolm X and they were talking, you got to find you a wife. You got to find somebody half your age plus 8. I think that's what it is.
I think that's what it is. It's 8. It's plus 8.
So for me 30. Yeah, that's too much.
30 to 45 though is a grown woman is. You're 30. You're pretty there. You're there. You're pretty much there.
Listen, I'm trying to think of.
I think we talked about this. So I think from 30, 32 and up, for a man, you almost are fair game unless you. I mean,
I feel you.
yeah, like
I
that's
feel
a
you.
grown ass woman
It
at
is.
that point, man.
It is.
Like, it doesn't really matter what age you at that point. I
It
don't meet
is.
too many women that aren't 30 plus that, unless you just don't get your shit together. But that's not the type of woman I would be attracted to anyway.
Yeah.
Like
30?
I'm not gonna be attracted to no woman that don't got their shit together. It don't really
Plus
matter.
7.
Plus 7, yeah.
So 29.
29 is at the cusp. Add 1.
Half your age plus 7 is a bad system for dating, and the threshold for it should be higher. Yeah, where'd that come from? Age disparity in sexual relationships. Let's see. You know what? I've just heard it in situations where it's just, I feel like it's older guys preying on younger women. Like I said, and I'm not saying the Nation of Islam preys on, because I don't know. But some of these Christian cults that I have, documentaries I watch, yeah, it's a lot of that shit. But these dudes are like, these guys are in their 30s, and they're looking to marry women who like 17. It's weird.
A little jail time. Buddy.
Yeah. See, where'd that come from? The half your age plus 7, suggesting a woman should be half a man's age plus 7 years, originated in 1901 in French author Max Aurèle's in his novel Her Royal Highness Woman and His Majesty Cupid. I always thought that came from something more, from something older. I thought that came from like some old school shit, like medieval times. But no, this is just from some literature from the early 1900s.
Okay.
To me, what makes it even weirder that somebody was like, "Oh yeah, I read that in the book."
Not in 1900s. In early 1900s, you could fucking be a grown ass man and be fucking a little girl, and they wouldn't have gave a shit.
They were marrying kids.
Yeah, they didn't give a
That's
shit then.
crazy, man.
The fuck, they didn't give it. The women would hand off their daughters at the age of 8 and 9 type shit, bro. I couldn't imagine.
It's some sick shit, man.
I couldn't imagine. That is fucking disgusting.
They still do that shit in some countries, man, where they have like these child brides where you got like a 30-year-old dude marrying like somebody that's 14.
Yeah.
I just saw something in the news where this girl killed her like 42-year-old new husband. She was like 17. She stabbed that motherfucker. He tried to fuck her, and she was like, "I am not having it," and she poked his ass up.
Damn.
It's like,
Did
good
they
for him.
lock her up?
Good for her.
Did they lock her up?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea.
Cat. Yeah. No,
That shit's crazy.
Yeah, that shit's out of pocket.
But so it's just funny how like this stuff with Shannon Sharpe, it sparks a lot of different types of conversations.
Mm-hmm.
It's just weird to me, like these dudes with money, like why are you? Again, I'm not kink shaming anybody, but I just want to ask, like, you have money, like why are you doing this?
So the way that
Is it because they have money?
Yeah. So the way that it was explained to me was, you run out of shit to do. That's pretty much it sums it up. Like he can buy anything he wants. He can have almost any girl he wants. But you get to the point of where it's like, what else do I got? What else can I do? And it's a domination thing.
Yeah, I have to. I'm not rich or famous, so to be real and honest, I can't even fathom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
What that to even.
I don't think in my mind I would, because there's plenty of guys that don't do shit like that. That's rich.
That's very
and famous.
That's very true.
Plenty of fucking guys. So I mean, also these people are sick too. You know, they're sick. I mean,
sick,
motherfucking sick. Shannon Sharpe, what he did wasn't wrong, wasn't illegal, but he fucked up.
Yeah. Now, if he is actually assaulting people, that's one thing. But like, if this is a setup, this is crazy. Yeah. But like, it's just like, she's average looking.
You know, won't get it in.
She
average. They kept calling his meat, big black baby.
Oh, she said she wanted him to put a big black baby in her. She wanted him to nut in her.
Oh, I thought she was talking about his meat.
She was like, I want you to put some big black babies in me.
That's still weird how to word that.
It is. Is it worth $25,000?
$25 million.
No, he was, because I think at one point
he was going to pay. Yeah.
$25,000
a cheek.
Come on, man.
$25,000.
It's just look. My thing is, there's way finer women.
Did you hear the video?
With
the
all
audio
of all the dead space, the phone call. Yeah, I listened to that.
Yeah.
That seemed weird. That's what I was talking about. It seemed like she had somebody with her, or it seemed like it was being recorded.
For sure.
It seemed like there was a lot of leading.
But I think he was set up. I mean, I think that's what they saying, right? Mm-hmm. That's what everybody's saying. Like, he was set up.
Yeah, this is man, I don't know, man. This is I don't want to say Dr. Umar is right. Leave these little white girls alone.
Dr. Umar.
And I don't like Dr. Umar.
He said we can't lose. He said we can't lose Shannon Sharpe.
He said, oh, he did?
Yeah. He said we can't lose it. He said it ain't right. He said he's set up.
I think it's definitely a setup.
Yeah.
I think it's a setup.
He got a whole skit about it.
He does.
Well, not a skit, but like a video. I think he on like a podcast.
Man,
he was talking about it.
Because I guess apparently he tried to settle for $10 million before this came out, and she said no.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's got to be embarrassing too. Like having a part of your sex tape come out. Oh man.
They got a sex tape?
Yeah, I guess there's allegedly he said there's a sex tape.
He said that?
That's what Shannon Sharpe said, because he said Busby only put out a clip of a sex tape. He's like, put out the whole 10 minutes.
That's what he said.
That's what Shannon Sharpe said.
So he was saying put it out?
Yeah, he's saying put out the whole thing.
Why?
He was saying that the part that they're using about choking is out of context.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's like a 10-minute conversation.
Right, go ahead and put out the whole
thing. He said put out the whole thing. He's like, yeah, you're misrepresenting what I'm saying. Because like you're saying, I think it's just like, when you hear the snippet, it just sounds like, yo, I want to choke this little white girl. But like, if who knows? It could have been a text message like, yo, I'm going to call and we going to act like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it could have been anything.
It could have been anything.
Yeah. They just heard that part.
Right.
Clickbait.
Yeah. But it is crazy, though. Like, the same day that he announces that he may sign a $100 million podcast deal, like literally a couple hours later, boom, $50 million essay lawsuit against Shannon Sharpe. It's just kind of like, is this the move? a motherfucker gets successful.
Oh, yeah.
And then boom. And I don't want to sound like one of those guys. You know what I'm saying? But that one seems so obvious.
I'm what you call a victim blamer.
You are?
Nah.
I was gonna say this podcast is over.
What did she do?
Yeah.
What did she do to deserve that?
You know what? I would like to know what went on,
Yeah.
and it's not the victim blame, but if you're gonna put it out there, it's just like, yo, don't give us partial information and then expect us to come up with have a public opinion when we don't have all the information. It's just like, yeah, even if we want to know about her sexual past or what she was up to, it's not to say that we think she deserves whatever happened to her.
Yeah,
it's just like, yo, can we get a feel for what this person?
So did he say that he wasn't that he didn't assault her?
Yeah, he said everything was consensual.
Yeah. I don't think. I don't know anything.
I
don't know anything, but this is just my personal thought process. I think Shannon knows he has so much against him and so many people after him that I don't believe that he would just do that non-consensual.
That's
like Diddy was into what Diddy was into.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's already had, scandals.
Right.
So he shouldn't be. I want to go with he's smart enough not to be doing that.
I feel the same way too, because I went through that. I went through that process too of like, why would somebody in this position with all this stuff going, like, why would somebody do something like that? Yeah. But when it comes to those types of situations, it's not about the act; it's about the power. For sure. Like you were saying.
Yeah, no, I believe that too.
I
just hope. I hope for him. This is one of the guys I hope that this ain't true.
Yeah, I hope it's not true.
Yeah, I got my ones like Diddy. I don't give a fuck. Nigga, that shit is funny.
You know who was a menace?
Trey Songz.
Oh my God, bro!
They call him Freaky Trey.
I had no idea.
He beat the allegations up, didn't he?
I think he got sued recently. If you look it up, he got sued. He beat
sued.
that?
I think he beat it.
I don't know.
That's how he back. He back. I think he back doing everything now. Did Trey Songz beat the sex? No, what was it? Did Trey Songz beat the allegations?
My wife was watching a YouTube video about him a couple of days ago, and I was just in the other room working, and I was just listening to it. And at one point, I was just like, "Yo, this thing is crazy." I mean, he's fighting women.
Cases where charges were not filed or investigations were dropped.
Yeah, he is wild, man.
Cases settled. He got 40. This is two different cases. One is $25 million lawsuit, $20 million lawsuit, and another lawsuit in 2018. And this was all settled or dismissed. Undisclosed. They don't even say dismissed. Yeah. So the two cases got dismissed and the one is undisclosed.
Oh man. Yeah, I didn't know that this dude was a menace, man.
He liked to take him on through there,
Yo, because there was one story where some lady, she was married in her late 30s. She ended up at like an after party. They took her phone from her and shit. Her husband was a cop. And
yeah, I did. I remember.
Yeah, they end up. Yeah, I was like, yo, this is like taking people's phones and like locking people in. Like, who does this?
Yeah,
who does this type of shit? But I guess I just don't know people like that.
Well, they
man.
have to take their phones.
Yeah.
When you at that status, the phone has to be taken.
I get.
Yeah, nobody can have their phone.
Yeah.
That's like a regular thing. For like hanging out with like a Chris Brown,
big celebrities, you can't. No phone.
A-list celebrity, they're taking your phone.
Yeah,
100%.
It's some comics like that.
It's some
comics like that.
You're taking your phone. You got to. You got to leave it with my security.
Yeah,
you won't come here, and then that get frisky right there. That's now things can get shaky if you want to go ahead and rough them up a little.
Yeah, man, trying to just make people take their clothes off and shit, and just, I mean, like the one woman, he ripped her shirt off and exposed her breasts at a party.
Trey did.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trey's a wild boy. Shout out to him though. He's from VA.
What you mean, that's crazy, man.
Shout out to him.
I guess we weird, man.
Trey, I done.
That's why, like, a lot of times I just really can't defend men.
Yeah.
We weird.
Oh, I'm not defending him.
No, I'm not saying that you are, but like when you hear women say like, "Oh, men are scum," and like people get mad, it's just like, bro, like men get mad. I'm like, come on, man. It's just like you know what she mean.
Yeah.
Every man in here, any man that's watching this podcast that would get mad at a woman for saying, "Oh, I'm in a scum," I'll ask you this question: how many of y'all willingly will leave your wife and kids home with, say, the plumber or the electrician or somebody that's got to come in and do some work? You don't. Why? Because you think them niggas might be weird. They could be scrapists. They could be assaulters. Because deep down inside, men typically don't trust other men.
That's true.
Especially when you don't know them.
Yeah, that's true. Also, but that's just goes back to what we said before. I mean, men have been, not only white men, because that's what I used earlier, but men in general, white, black, Asian, whatever, we're supposed to be the superior ones.
Yeah, the dominant.
Yeah, we're supposed to be the dominant ones. We're supposed to be. This is a man's world.
This is a man's.
You know, that's just what it has always been.
Right.
So it's kind of hard to.
Yeah.
If you've been embedded, if your grandfather embedded it, that over and over in everybody's head, and it's just going to repeat, it's going to get down to you where you're going to feel the same fucking way.
Right.
Regardless if it's true or not. Like,
how do you feel about masculinity? Do you feel like you're still like masculine in the sense like how our grandfathers were? Where like, you know, they taking care of everything, the women stay at home, like.
No. Me?
Mm-hmm.
No. I don't give a shit about that no more. Like, I personally pay all this shit. All right, so check this. So I grew up with my grandfather, and I grew up doing all of that shit, cutting my own grass, chopping wood, raking leaves, fixing shit at the house, painting shit at the house, all of that shit. And the only thing it did was make me not want to do that shit no more. So now, I mean, it was good growing up. I know how to do it. If I have to do it, I can do it. But do I do it anymore? No.
Mm-hmm.
And if my wife is at home, she ain't got to fucking do it either. Like, if that's what she want to do, I want to be comfortable. I'm all about convenience in my life now.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to really do none of that shit no more.
And I see you as a pretty alpha man's man, if I'm being honest.
I don't want to do that shit no more. No.
4-wheelers and cars,
Listen,
and you into man shit.
Yeah, I like to do that type of shit, but fuck the rest. Shit that I don't want to do. Doesn't matter what it is in life. If I don't want to do it, I'm gonna try my best to figure out how not to. I'm about convenience. I'm paying for convenience at this point if I can. As long as I can, I'm going to do that.
Right. Yeah.
Like, I can work more, which I'm still doing something for it.
Mm-hmm.
I can add in an hour or two of work to pay off somebody to do the work that I don't want to do. So it ain't like I ain't fucking working. I ain't like I don't get money for free. I got to work for my money.
Right.
But I'm going to pay somebody else to fucking do it.
You right about that. I don't like cutting grass.
Yeah.
That's why I got a guy that comes.
I had a guy that comes. Shout out to my pops, man. My pops called me this year. This year, and was like, because he cuts grass. So he took over my grandfather lawn care business.
Okay.
And my pops was like, man, you want me to cut your grass for you? I was like, do I got to pay you? He was like, nah. I said, shit, hell yeah. Hell yeah. So shout out Pops, man.
Hell yeah. We got a landscaper the moment we got here.
Yeah.
And what's funny, I felt bad.
What's the race?
I didn't feel bad about the race.
What's the race?
He's black now, but for a while.
What you mean he's black now?
I had a white dude before.
Oh, okay.
I think
I thought you meant like he was once a different race.
He was white, now he's black.
Yeah.
He been outside. It's a black dude now. But I just felt bad.
How much you charge you?
I want to say it's like 70.
You got a nice size yard?
It would not be fun to push mow it. I'll tell you that.
How long do you think it would take you? Why would you push more? Or would you have?
I don't have a garage.
A ride. Yeah, but you can cover it up. You don't need a garage. You can cover up your lawnmower.
Nah, I wouldn't leave it out. I have a shed. I probably will get a. Yeah, see, I'm funny about shit. I'm very funny about shit.
Yeah.
Like, cause I grew up in the. I wouldn't want to leave my shit outside.
You can definitely leave it outside.
Where
you live at?
I'm pretty sure you could. It's not about like it getting stolen. I just don't want the elements getting to it.
That's why you cover it up.
I don't care if I have a cover. I want it inside.
I got a lawnmower been sitting out my back not even covered up.
Oh, for
that
real?
bitch runs.
Nah.
Only thing it needs is a battery. That bitch would get to moving. Now I don't use it.
I want to keep my shit inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do what you got to do.
Yeah.
But
I wouldn't want to buy one because then it needs maintenance. Because I thought about it. I was like, should I get a riding more? I was like, nah, fuck that. Because I don't know how to work on those engines. I was like, that's just another vehicle that I will have to take care of.
No,
so I was like, fuck
that. I can't convince nobody to cut their own grass because I don't cut my own grass.
Nah.
I stopped that shit. I did it. So when I got my house that I'm in now, my dad gave me a riding mower, and I would come home and cut my grass. Weed eater, I got weed eater, blower, riding mower.
I need a blower.
I use my blower a lot because I blow off my porch, I blow off my driveway, whatever the case might be. But I had a riding mower, and I would come home. I would get off an hour early just so I can be done with work. I mean, just so I could be done before it get dark. So if I get off at 6, I would hurry up and rush home and finish doing my yard. It would take me an hour and a half. And it was doing shit on like a nice day, Wednesday, whatever. It could be today. My grass would need cut. And it's like, why am I doing all of this when I can just work an hour later and just pay somebody else to do this shit? Because it don't make sense.
Yeah.
It's not fun. These people that was cutting my yard cut that bitch in 15 minutes. Now, my dad can't cut it in 15 minutes. I got a big yard. But they can.
Them motherfuckers be out there humping, bro.
What?
They
it was
so fast.
It was like 3-4 Spanish dudes. Boy, they get out that damn car and get busy. Speedy Gonzalez.
Yeah. They be knocking them shits out, man.
15 minutes. They knock my yard out in 15 minutes.
I can't. Shout out to the Brown homies, man. You can't hate them. They be busting their fucking ass.
Busy. They get busy.
Yo, I feel bad. I called the police on somebody this other day.
Huh?
Yes. A drunk driver.
Swerving.
Yo, I was at Sheetz waiting to get something. This motherfucker drove over the curb.
This is in Green, won't it?
This is in Green.
I know it was
over
in Green.
the curb. It took this man about 3 minutes to park a Toyota Tundra. And then he sat in the car. Just sat there. Couldn't even get out. And then I go in, get my shit, come out. He finally getting out the car. He opened the door. He's stumbling. So, like, he's stumbling to not look drunk. He make it seem like he's trying to open the door for me. Walk by him, man, you smell nothing but beer. That motherfucker smell like a whole keg. Bro, it's 9:30 in the morning on Easter Sunday.
My type of guy.
On Easter Sunday.
You called police on that man?
Hell yeah, I did.
Easter
Fuck
Sunday?
yeah. On Easter. That's why I'm like, yo. I call the police. I go, yo, this dude, he is fucked up. Fucked up.
I don't know. I'm 50-50.
If he,
I know it's the right thing to do.
If he wasn't,
I know it's the
he's
right thing to do.
visibly fucked up.
I know it's the right thing to do. I don't know. I'm 50-50 still. I don't like Good Samaritans.
I felt weird about it, man, but like, you know, I felt weird.
So, yeah.
I felt weird.
I feel you.
But it's just like, you know what, bro? You can't hold your liquor to the point where, like, yo, you're visibly hammered.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like Good Samaritans. I've never have.
For real?
Yeah.
So if I found your wallet and brought it back, you would be like, you fucking...
So I don't like... That's the weird part. I can't... I have to break down my Good Samaritans.
All right.
But I don't like...
Snitches.
Well, that for sure. But I don't like... Say, like, if somebody found my wallet, of course I would want them to give it back. But just say if...
You saw somebody driving drunk.
Somebody stealing. Well, yeah, that's
I would not do that.
That's a what you call it. But if I seen somebody stealing, I wouldn't. Of course, all right. And you saying you wouldn't do it, but I'm saying if a person was to make it their business and it wasn't stealing. Say you see somebody steal. That's why I say it's the levels to it. Say you see somebody stealing in a food line. Okay, that's a fucking food line. If you go and tell somebody you're a hoe ass nigga, man.
You know what? I'll tell on a white person in a heartbeat. You think I'm
those are poor whites that you see, and they're the same.
They should work harder.
They're the same as us.
They should get another job.
What?
Yeah, they should work harder.
You would do it if you see a black person.
Hey, he trying to make it, bro. That nigga trying to make it. I'll tell on a white person in a fucking heartbeat, and that's some real shit.
Hey yo, yeah, well. It's definitely.
Nah, I would. That got nothing to do with me.
Yeah,
I would not do that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's levels to Good Samaritans. I'm still 50-50 with the drunk driver.
Bro,
I would have let somebody else call them.
He was fucked up. Honestly, if it wasn't Easter Sunday, I probably would not have said anything.
So you sent that man to jail on resurrection?
He sent him. He sent himself to jail. To be honest, they probably didn't even catch him. He probably made it back home.
You don't know that because you didn't give him. Now hold on. You didn't give him his license plate, did you?
I did not.
Okay.
I did.
You gave him his license.
You goddamn right I did.
He's fucking in jail.
Good.
Hey, yo.
Goddamn right I did.
Yo.
I snitched.
All right, man. You went too far.
No, I did not.
You went too far.
No, I did not. I live up there.
You should have said, "There's a drunk man here," and they'd be like, "Did you see what he drive? His license plate?" You should have said, "Nah, I ain't see his license plate. I just know he drunk."
No, I got it. I still remember it. I felt bad because it's like, look, I look at the guy. He probably a contractor. He's struggling. But, yo, you not about to be fucking driving drunk, especially where
Where's
I
your
fucking live
family
at the house.
They was safe?
Yeah, for now.
You won't go see that man no time soon.
I don't know that. And that's the thing. I drive back there, and I'm back there late, coming back from Baltimore and D.C., Bro, I already told you I was on 29 South one time. I was up near like was I in Warren? I was no. I wasn't in, I was past Warrenton. I was just outside Culpeper. Bro, somebody is driving in the on the south side traffic. They're driving northbound in the left lane. Mm-hmm. So you got the northbound side, 2 lanes. The median, like the hills and shit.
Where was that?
Just out in around Madison or Culpeper.
Yo, that's crazy. That's the same place that happened to me. I was coming back towards Charlottesville on 29, and it was a car on my side of the road coming towards us.
Yeah. And
I'm looking, and RC's driving halfway asleep, and I'm looking, and RC like, he starts rubbing his eyes, and I'm like, RC, and I look, and RC like, oh, whoo, moved the whole van, bro. We had to dodge it, but the police was on the other side following him. But he was still driving on our side. Like, he was still driving. He was running from the police.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I think what happens is people come off those side roads, and then they don't go on the other side of the median, and they just make a left-hand turn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but this person was obviously off the shits because they seen us, and they was going to just head-on collision us.
That shit's scary. Because what's wild about being out there, because it's you'll have long stretches, but then it winds and shit. Because sometimes if it's winding and a car is coming, it'll look like it's on your side. And that's what happened that night. I go, yo, is that car on our side?
On our side. We had to dodge it.
And I was like, yo, this nigga's on this side. And I had to pull over and get off the road. And this motherfucker was in the left lane, zoom, doing 70. I'm like, yo. And what about that? I called in. Could I call in? I'll call the police.
You called the police?
Fuck yeah.
You a habitual offender.
Bro, this was like 2 years ago.
So you a habitual offender.
Nigga, it's 1 o'clock in the...
All right, question.
Wait a minute. So you wouldn't say shit. I go, hey, somebody's driving on the wrong side of the road.
Oh, nah. I'd just keep it moving if I didn't hit him.
Man, I said something.
Yeah, nah, I'd go ahead and just go. All right, so question. If you would have seen that man that was drunk going in there and he was black, would you call the police on him?
Feeling how I felt yesterday on Easter Sunday? If it was like an older black dude,
whatever, however you was feeling, whatever you're feeling.
No, honestly, if I saw a black dude like that, I would have said,
if you
hey,
see a black dude look like you,
like me,
you look
that
just
fucked
like
up. I would go, hey man, let me give you a ride home, bro.
And he'd be like, nah.
Okay.
And then you go ahead.
All right. I'm like, I tried. All right, man. Hey, where you going, bro?
Hey, yo.
Where you going, man?
Hey, yo. Man,
where you going, man?
See? I don't know, man.
Look,
it's going to take a lot. I don't know what it would take for me to actually physically dial 911.
I didn't call 911. I called the non-emergency line.
What number? What's that number?
It's like 311, 411 or some shit like that. I was like, hey, man, this dude drunk as fuck, man.
How you figure that out? Did you Google it or you already knew?
I think most non-emergency numbers are like 311 or 411.
See, I don't know nothing about that.
I've never called the police on anybody because they were doing some shit to me or anything like that.
I mean, what you did, I ain't saying it's wrong. I just,
I feel you.
Yeah,
I feel you. I feel you.
I don't know what it would take for me. Like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
that shit made me.
I probably would see somebody at gunpoint robbing somebody, and I'd get the fuck out and wouldn't say nothing.
Oh, I've had that experience before. I just kept walking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Me and my boy Daryl left this spot on Lake Avenue back home called Country Suite. Cool spot. It's late at night, and we get our food, and we walk out, and all we hear is please don't shoot me, and we didn't want to look over there, so you just look out your peripheral, and it's literally like a dude on his knees and somebody holding a gun to his head, and we just broke off to the right, got in the car, and just fucking drove off.
Out of there.
It's like we were like, yo, that's crazy. Yeah, I've seen it.
Would you do? Would you call the police on somebody now?
Nah, not at that
'Cause
time.
you're a different man.
If I saw somebody outside if I was driving by,
If you drove by the sheets and you seen a man,
fuck yeah, I would call. Somebody got a gun. Yeah,
hey yo, you got me.
absolutely.
Okay, all right,
The thing is, it's too close to me.
I got you.
'Cause
that's why I asked. That's why I asked
Yeah,
you.
it's
That's
too
why I
clo-
switched the location.
Yeah, it's too close to me because if that shit happened near my house, if that person runs, there's no telling where that person's gonna run to. In my mind, and I think this might be the paranoid military mind. What if he comes to my house? I don't need that.
Chitty, bang, bang.
I don't need. Yeah, exactly. I don't need that shit at my house. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Some shit go bad. I got a wife and kid. There's a shootout on my street. And motherfuckers trying doorknobs. I don't want that shit to happen.
You gonna get them on out of
Yeah.
there? Go ahead and lock them up.
Yeah. But yeah, like
King
if I was here, somebody was driving drunk. I ain't saying shit.
Oh, they definitely leaving out of there wine drunk.
Yeah.
All them old white people in there, boy, they having their way.
I won't say shit.
Toast.
I mean, bro, I've seen many of people stumbling up out of sheets. Many.
That's Greene County.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And bro, I lived in Arizona for like 6 years. I seen many of brown homies
Yeah.
fucked up midday.
That would be me. But see, I never was a stumbler. But
Man.
it was definitely a time where I would wake up 7, 8 o'clock before I touch water, before I touch food.
Are you
and start-
for real?
What?
Oh man. Ugh.
What going crazy? And me and my homeboy Dino, we would wake up drinking, like definitely on like the weekends when we knew that we had like all day, like we about to get it in all day, bro. We would wake up drinking and just party all day till the end, till 2:30. I can't even imagine that shit now. Now I can wake up right now in the morning. I would drink my water first, and if we was making breakfast or something, I could do it like a mimosa or something. But
Man.
and I know not before I'm eat. I ain't got all of that in me no more. But I definitely was. I want to call it like I don't know. I mean, I guess it was a function alcoholic.
Oh, for real?
I mean, that's what people would call it.
My
you
old
know?
barber was.
Yeah, that's what you would call it, like a
like a-
function alcohol. I mean, I never needed it. I didn't get the shakes if I didn't have it. I didn't drink it during.
You were just drinking a lot.
I just was drinking a
Yeah,
lot.
you doing some young shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a friend who's a functioning alcoholic where like he had to leave work because he was getting the shakes and shit.
Oh no. Yeah. See, I've never ever
Multiple
felt like I
multiple
needed a
DUIs.
dependent. Yeah, I never was dependent on alcohol for anything. It's not much that I've ever done, like a drug wise, that I've ever been like dependent on. That I feel like I need. It's nothing that I can't quit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nothing I can't quit. If I want to turn that bitch off, and I've smoked, like Black and Milds, and like I tried a cigarette before, but that didn't work. But I've tried stuff that'll hook you, you know, and if I'd be like, no, I don't want that.
So
shit. It's done.
you a cold turkey person?
Yeah,
I can. That's how drinking was for me.
yeah.
I was.
But I gotta want to give it up. It's got to be something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be something. Like smoking for me is the smell. I think it fucking.
Weed or just any of it.
So I guess I think any of it for real, but weed is more tolerable to me.
Oh really?
Yeah, like if you come in here smell like weed, I'm like, all right, smell like weed. But I'm a dude, I like to smell good, wear cologne and shit like that. I don't want to smell like weed all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Like, so all my homeboys that smoke weed, you put on cologne. Some people do. Some women do like it's like 'cause some colognes do mix well with weed. Like it's a certain, it's something add like they work together.
I can
But
see that.
I'm not. I don't want to be smelling like weed. I want every time I like with my girl, I want her to be like, you smell good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like if I don't like going out smelling like weed.
Yeah, I think
know
I
what I'm
remember
saying?
you said that.
I don't like say we don't go out a lot as a family, but like if we do go out and I do want to like, oh, maybe I'll smoke a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll smoke, shower, then get ready.
Yeah.
Or if I have a pen, I'll hit a pen. But I'm not gonna smoke a whole joint and then go to a restaurant.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm too old to be walking around smelling like fucking
man.
weed and shit.
It comes a time where you gotta come on out of there. But some people, that's what they like. That's their
Yeah.
preference.
And I
Weed
try
is
not.
my cologne.
Yeah.
No, Kush is my cologne.
Yeah, I try not to judge people.
Yeah, nah, it's no judgment. I just
Yeah.
don't want to smell like that shit.
Yeah, I feel you. Because
Zero.
cigarette smoke, and that's what I
I'm
try to.
judging people off of that.
And that's what I tell my wife. I'm like, yo, why is it acceptable to go around smelling like a whole
Cigarettes.
ashtray?
Yeah,
Cigarettes are gross. I get it.
Yeah,
Weed can be strong too.
It can
I
be,
get
but
it.
it's a different type of smell, man.
People think
It's people think what?
weed is worse.
Who? Who's
You-
fucking
you know
people?
what?
Because I think people think that.
I think where I grew up, it was always because we grew up very religious. We went to church and very judgmental.
Yeah.
So whenever I smelled it a lot, so I always associated with criminality. I always associated with bad
Well,
things.
and back then it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would get locked up for having.
Oh
a
yeah,
dime bag.
but it was never like there was no like no one ever tried to like, oh, it makes you feel happy and giggly. It was like, yo, this is bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They were wrong.
Yeah.
Shit is way better than alcohol.
So yeah,
And
so
I don't
like,
even
yeah.
smoke. Well, I will tap the blunt, but
Yeah. It's weird now because like I smelled it all the time, and then now that I always thought it smelled great. I was like, man, I wish I could smoke that.
Yeah.
It seems cool. I never got a chance to until I retired, and now that I smoke, I rarely get to smell weed because I'm smoking it, and I kind of, even though I smoke a lot, I miss the smell of it
you missed the smell
of weed, because now I'm too close to it, and I don't really smell it as much.
So
that makes
do you
sense.
miss the smell of it, like just lingering, or like somebody that walked past smelled like it?
I miss the. You know what? If I could explain it like this, I miss the. What's the word I'm looking for? Man, what's the word I'm fucking looking for? I miss wondering what it was like, because I was smelling. It would smell strong. Like, man, what is that? How does that make you feel? Why is it? Because
You miss the innocence of it.
yeah, kind of
Yeah.
like exactly. I wish I could just.
I do that for a lot of shit.
Yeah. You know how like sometimes like say you say you like Friday, right?
Yeah.
You know how you wish you could watch that again for the first time?
Yes.
Like I wish I could smell weed again without smoking it now, cuz like before it smelled so good to me.
Yeah.
And I always wondered, but now I know I'm so close to it. I rarely get it's weird.
So I like the smell of weed not lit. Like just the bud.
oh yeah.
Yeah. I like that. Like to smell somebody, like smell the weed. I think that smell good. And then
Yeah.
like real loud pack. I don't know. It's weird. It's like as back again. I'm sectioning it off. It loud. You walk past me, smell like real loud. Like it don't really stink to me. It's like it's loud. Like the name loud is for a reason, because I know your ass is here. But it doesn't stink to me.
Right.
But I also know that majority of the women that I'm going to deal with are going to want me to not smell like that all the time.
Oh yeah, my wife definitely does not
Yeah,
like
so
it.
it's like,
Yeah.
that's not what I'm going to do.
Yeah, it's but you also probably grew up with the different. What was your upbringing with weed? Like, what was your association with it? Like, what was your?
Yeah, my parents, they all was in the streets. Yeah, they weren't in the streets, but they were outside. My parents was outside.
So I mean, I
So
feel
they
like
didn't
they
give
was
a
regular people.
Yeah, they was regular people. Yeah, they didn't.
Like, see, like I didn't have any like for me growing up. Nobody smoked anything.
Yeah,
Nobody drank anything.
yeah.
Like so, even when I joined the military and spent my first Christmas with a different family or just some friends, and people were drinking alcohol on Christmas.
Yeah.
That fucked me up because I'm like, yo, how do you drink alcohol on Jesus' birthday?
Yeah.
Like that Thanksgiving, I'm like, y'all drink alcohol on, and people are like, yo, that's what you do. But for me, it was such a completely different upbringing.
Yeah.
Like alcohol, cigarettes, that was a no. Smelling cigarette smokes was bad. The smell of beer
This.
used to make me scared because like I was told beer was bad, cigarettes are bad. You better not touch weed. So like any of those smells, automatic sin, bad, don't do
Did
it.
any of them people do any of that?
I remember as a kid, my uncles, they drank beer. When I remember being at barbecues and my uncle would drink the Michelobs and shit like that.
But did he preach that you shouldn't?
That was from my mom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we were really little. I mean, we were not toddlers, but we were little kids when they quit. Everybody quit drinking. So by the time I was 10, nobody was drinking. Even at barbecues and shit like that, there was no beer, no liquor, none of that shit. The same thing with New Year's. New Year's, we spent New Year's in church praying in the New Year.
I can't. Yeah, I know plenty of people that do that.
Yeah.
I don't even want to go to no cookout unless you got alcohol.
Weddings, my sister's weddings, no alcohol at the weddings.
So I have been to no alcohol
A dry wedding.
wedding,
Mhm.
but I still had alcohol. Cause how the hell you gonna tell me that I ain't got? I done been to a wedding in a church. Well, hold on, let me rephrase.
I know the story.
The whole wedding was in the church. The reception, the wedding, everything. Well, guess what?
You had your spirits.
I got a drink. I remember being drunk in there, bro, and I bust the fucking door open to go say what's up to RC, and his pastor was in there. Pastor Church.
The light skinned guy.
Yeah. And I bust open it. I said, nigga, and I looked. I said, uh-oh, Pastor Christmas. Nigga, I didn't know he was in there. I'm sorry, Pastor Christmas. Pastor Christmas said, oh, let me get out of here. Yo, nigga, I was in that joint. What the fuck?
It was
Okay,
lit.
we're not. RC did not want no liquor at none of his events. I went to his birthday party. That shit was church. His birthday party was church. And the whole joint, but it was at a hotel banquet. I'm in there. It is flooded with pastors. Boy, I'm in there wet.
So they were too, huh?
It's a few of them that asked for some liquor.
I'm sure.
Because they're regular people.
They guys.
You know, they're regular people.
Yeah.
And they would play. They'd be like, yeah, let me get some of them. Now I'm just joking.
They want to sip.
Me being me, I didn't even think about it. I went and poured them a drink and then gave it to them and walked off. What they did with it is up to them.
They grown men.
They are up to them. I don't know what they did with it, but I definitely did. I even did a prayer.
For real?
And I went to the front and told everybody, I said, everybody.
You did? Oh my God. No.
Everybody bow your heads. Everybody look just the same way you look. Everybody like, what the fuck is he talking about? Said, everybody bow your heads. They said, I said, bow your heads. Everybody bow their heads. Said, blessings. Amen. Hey, yo, RC still talks about that shit.
That's
man.
So funny, man.
Yeah,
That's funny.
But my point of saying it is, can't nobody stop me from doing.
I feel you.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out. If I bring it in there, if I put it in that bottle, I'm going to have it. If that's what I want to do.
Yeah, I used to get it in, bro. Get it in. I used to drink 30 packs of the Beast. That was my shit when I was younger.
30 packs
Of the Beast, Milwaukee's best.
in how long of a time?
Over a couple of days.
Yeah, a lot of people drink a lot. Beer is different. I don't drink beer, so it's easier to drink beer like that than for me to for somebody to be drinking liquor like that.
Beer is weird.
Yeah.
Because I always ask, because like, I mean, killing beers,
Yeah.
10, 12, 15 a day sometime.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, there's no way I would sit here and drink 15 Cokes
Yeah.
or 12 Sprites.
No.
I would even have 3 Sprites in a day.
No.
But for some reason,
you would drink beer that much.
all day.
Yeah, but beer is gonna give you an effect. Would you get drunk?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I was never like a bad drunk or a violent drunk or anything
Neither
like
way.
that.
Neither am I.
Nah. Yeah, I just I can
I'm a fun drunk.
I can indulge in a lot.
Yeah.
I had a pretty high tolerance.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all we did in Korea, man. Just drank. Oh my God. Ugh.
It was a good time.
Oof. Man. I remember one night I had 17 beers, 7 shots,
Yeah.
threw up all over my room. I was like, man, I ain't doing that shit again. Stumbled to the Burger King on base, got the meal deal, threw that shit up. Brrr. Yo, you going out? Nah. 20 minutes later, knock on the dorm. Hey, man, you got to go out. Doing it again.
Drunk. Yep. Body saying.
I actually feel better.
Body screaming. Please stop.
Man.
I done had it with my body. I can tell my body's like, yo, stop. And I still do it.
You ever drink so much it feels like there's like liquid up to here? Well, if you don't really drink beer, because you're not going to, like, I've had so
beer
many.
Make you feel bloated.
Bloated. Like, I feel like if I open my mouth, you could just see beer sloshing around. Like, that's how much how much liquid I felt like I drank.
Did you used to drink liquor?
Yeah.
What liquor was your preference?
I went through a bunch of different iterations. When I first started, it was like, rum and cokes and shit like that. Then that kind of died down. Then I got to the Hennessy. Then it was Hennessy and cokes. And then you meet an old head. Why you messing up the liquor with the coke?
Yeah.
So then you start doing
straight.
Just drinking shit straight.
Yeah.
Then you beat the homie like, oh, you drinking that nigga shit? You still drinking Hennessy? You don't drink whiskey?
Yeah.
And then you meet the whiskey dude, then the bourbon dude.
Yeah.
So So when I quit drinking, my drinks were Moscow Mules. I love those.
I like a mule.
Love a Moscow Mule. I did a lot of just vodka sodas or vodka tonics with a lime in it, or I would just do a couple fingers of whiskey. And as far as beers, Miller Lite was my favorite. If I was out somewhere, I would get Amstel Lights. I liked. I don't really fuck with Bud Light, but I'll get a Bud Light. I love Mexican beers, like a Pacifico. Oh,
Yeah.
I love Pacifico. Dos Equis Amber, Dos Equis in the green bottle. Love all that shit.
Yeah. I don't know nothing about beer.
No beers.
Nah, none.
I got into
I like ciders.
I never had that. What about Lagavulin? You ever heard of that? Lagavulin?
No.
It's a whiskey.
Uh-huh.
It's Lagavulin. Lagavulin. When I opened for Amy Schumer that one time with
Lagavulin.
Lagavulin. There it is right there.
Mm-hmm.
I used to get the $100 bottle. Now that shit right there, excellent. That one right there. Yeah,
16
the
year.
16 year. And when
Scotch.
I was
This is Scotch.
Scotch whiskey. Yeah, so like that right there, that bottle, I would kill that in 2 days. And that's me telling myself stop, because I could just go to a half a bottle like that.
Yeah. So when you ended up drinking, when you ended your little drinking,
Mm-hmm. The routine.
what was you drinking last? When you was like, all right, this is it. Like, was it brown? Was it clear? Like
Brown.
it was brown.
Brown. Yeah.
I might be headed in the same direction. It's funny because everything you said is everything that I went through. I like mules. I started doing tequila and
I was doing
like
more
sodas,
tequilas. Yeah.
like or like vodka and soda with a splash of lime, and then now all of that shit is out for me. Like I can't drink none of that shit. But I'm on bourbon and I'm on brown. And I'm thinking, like, if this don't work now, like, if my body starts, like, rejecting it some type of way, then I'm pretty much gonna be done. Yeah.
I fuck with the Heineken Zeros now. That's what I drink, man.
That still got a little piece of alcohol in it.
0002 or some shit like
Yeah.
that. But those taste the best. And like now, this is what's crazy about drinking. Like if I'm gonna drink non-alcoholic beers now I have to really be careful because there's zero effect. This is all calories. So for me to just sit there and pound these beers, it's just like, yo, you just want a belly. You're not even getting drunk.
Yeah.
You just motherfucking drinking wheat.
Yeah, that's it for me.
You know what I'm saying?
Is that if I could drink and not worry about getting fat,
Mm-hmm.
I would drink. But that's the problem.
I feel like all my homies that don't drink beer, we're fine.
Yeah.
Because it's always those dudes that you got the guys who do both, and then you got the liquor only dudes, and then you got the beer only dudes. But I feel like I don't know any black dudes that are beer only. I know some liquor only, but I don't know any beer only brothers.
I might not either.
Yeah, my boy Damon, he's a straight liquor dude. Like, you couldn't get that motherfucker to drink a beer for nothing.
Yeah, that was me for a very, very long time. I mean, I won't drink a beer, but I'll drink a
cider.
Like I said, cider. Like, they got those Imperials now. Those shits are 8%.
Oh, people crush those at the Southern.
They are 8%.
And see, I feel like I miss out on all these. I miss out on the
different.
ciders.
It's
the,
different now. You
the
got
seltzers. Yeah, because I was
they
like,
got
man.
shit with almost 0 calories now.
Yeah, I tried one of the non-alcoholic. I don't know if it was no. It's not the High Noon. The hard. Is it the Mike Hard lemonades?
Yeah.
Because they have Mike's has a seltzer too.
Yeah.
I tried the Mike's one. Terrible.
Yeah, I wouldn't try
Terrible.
You have to try so seltzers, unless you like seltzer drinks, you're not gonna like it anyway.
Yeah. I fuck with seltzer, and after trying some of the non-alcoholic seltzers, I was like, I'm better off just having seltzer with lime. Yeah. I don't need I'm paying extra for some shit that I don't even like.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I used to really get it in, man. Man, I used to drink some shitty beers, bro. My move, especially coming home from shows, if I knew I had liquor at the crib, I'm stopping at a gas station. I'm getting 2 tall 211s. I'm going to get home. I'm going to crack the 211. I'm going to pour about that much of the brown, drink that shit. And, and that second 211 is going to get me where I need to be.
Yeah.
And if I felt like I'm not there, just do one more shot. Man. I saw a dude a couple of weeks ago. He had a 6-pack, and then he had one tall boy. I was like, that man knows himself.
Yeah.
He know, like, that 6-pack ain't going to be enough. I need this one last beer to get me where I need to be.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a drink right there. But I don't really miss it. I don't really miss it.
So I go in my waves, and when I stop drinking, and then I go in my waves when I do drink.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't miss it when I'm not doing it, but I miss it when I am doing it.
Damn.
Yeah, which is weird.
So that's kind of like the weed thing for me, and the smell.
Yeah. Like, when I'm not drinking, it's like, all right, I'm locked in. Whatever case might be. But when I'm drinking, it's like, I like this. Like, I miss, I miss this.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Like,
So it's not the same.
I miss this feeling.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Mm.
But then if I just shut it off, I'll be back to good. Like, so right now I realize, for me personally, I have to do challenges. So I have to do like a 70. You heard of 72 hard challenge or 72 soft challenge?
You can't get hard for 72 hours?
Yeah.
That's just called being 45.
Might be.
No, okay.
Nah. No. So 72 hard challenge is where for 70 days you work out. All right. So this is the what you have to do for 72 hard. You have to work out consistently for 6 days a week, 2 times a day, 45 minutes apiece. You have to drink a gallon of water. You have to read 10 pages of a book every day. You have to have a diet. You have to do progress pics once a week.
Ooh.
Same time.
That's a lot.
Every day, every week. If it's on Tuesday, you have to do it in the morning on Tuesdays. And you have to, it's no alcohol. So I do those challenges often because it keeps me.
Mm-hmm.
And I realize when I don't do them, that's when I fall off. So I have to have something challenging myself.
Mm-hmm.
So me personally, so in my last few years, I realized like every so many months, I have to do a new challenge because that's the only way I'm going to lock back in. And that's how I end up like getting myself. And then they got a 72 soft where you only have to work out once a day. And it can be anything active.
That's soft, working out once a day?
Once a day.
That's hard.
Once a day. Two a day is hard. I never done that. I never did the hard.
That's hard.
I would do like they got a medium. They got a soft, hard, medium, whatever the case might be.
This is crazy.
Yeah. So I would do like where you only worked out once a day. I've worked out like every day for like fucking every day straight for like 40-something, 50 days.
Oh, right now? That's your current streak?
The one I just got off of, yeah. So like a few weeks ago, yeah, I had worked
That's
out
what's up.
damn near every day. And right now, I might miss a day. I missed 2 days last week, sorry, because I had my son's birthday party and then I had something else. But you have to do something.
Right.
You don't necessarily have to go to the gym, but you have to work out. You have to walk. You have to do something active as a workout for 45 minutes to an hour, whatever.
So I like to stretch.
So yeah, stretching can count because that can count as an off day.
That's just fun.
Yeah, that can count as an off day, but you can't do that every day because you ain't burning no calories like that.
Shit. Nah, you probably not.
Yeah.
It feels good. I felt a lot better stretching. My bad. I lifted weights yesterday. Man, that shit felt so good. I had so much like pent up aggression.
Yeah.
I just got. I went to the Y downtown, not downtown, but yeah, I guess it's downtown with my wife, and I got to like 7 to 8 sets on the bench.
Is that all you did? Was bench? Did you go do other shit?
I stretched for like 25 minutes.
Oh, okay.
And then I just was. I don't like going to that gym. It's too big.
So go to Switch It, like Anytime Fitness.
Yeah, there's
That's
one
like
in my house.
I go to Anytime.
Yeah,
Fitness,
there's one near the
smaller
house.
The one near your house, that's the nicest one.
Oh, is it?
That's the nicest one.
I bet it is.
That's the nicest. That's the nicest gym.
That's the one I go to.
The Anytime Fitness.
Yeah.
You go to that one now?
Yeah.
For
Not as much as I should, but I have a membership there.
Word?
I had one because in the military I had one for free because we didn't have a gym here, so the military gave us one, and we had to use it so many times a week or a month, or we would lose it. So I was just always
you can go to anytime.
Yeah. And see, I would do that a lot on the road. Like I would go, like I would be in St. Louis or whatever, and I would find the closest gym. That's when I was locked in. Like when I'm locked in, I find gyms on the road, and I'll go to the gym on the road.
Yeah, that's why I got Anytime Fitness. Yeah. Anywhere I go, there's never no city that I can't find Anytime Fitness.
I like that. I used to take Mark Norman to the gym with me.
Yeah.
That's so funny. People were like, "Are you Mark Norman?" Yep. It's so funny hanging out with him because I'm like, I would be like, "You need a membership." People like, "I'll just walk in. I'm fine." He was like, "They ain't gonna say shit to me." And sure enough, him as a white dude, man, you talking about stealing? Mark Norman is the biggest thief I know. Yo, I took this motherfucker to a gun range in Ohio. This motherfucker stole from the gun range. You stole from they armed.
Yeah.
He walked out because I
what did he steal?
A hat.
Just
So-
put it on.
Just put it on.
So that must be true. You ever seen that skit where Kevin Hart was following? Go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish, and I'm gonna ask you about that skit. If you ever seen that skit?
Which one?
Where Kevin Hart was following Chris Rock, and Chris Rock would go into any store he wanted and just walk out whatever the fuck he wanted to, and Kevin Hart would try it, and his ass would get caught. They'd be like, "Who the fuck, nigga? Who are you?" He'd be like, "Yo, you just let Chris Rock do it. You're not Chris Rock." Lock his ass up. Every time he would try it, and Chris Rock would be able to walk out.
This.
Yeah, yo, and,
That's
and
crazy.
Kevin Hart would try it, and they'd be like, "No, nigga, you're not Chris Rock, bro."
Fuck. That's crazy. I did. This is not the same, but I can't remember his name. He used to play for the He played for the Miami Heat back in the early 2000s. His name is. He was a bench player. I can't think of his name, but he was signed to Jordan.
Okay.
And I forgot where I was, but I was at the mall, and he was in like a Foot Locker.
Okay.
And I always say like, oh, when they sign, they can just grab shit. I got to see the shit in person.
Okay.
So he walked into the Foot Locker or whatever, and he went over to the Jordan section. He's just got all these sweatsuits, got shoes and stuff. Had like the little Jordan card thing. They boop and just packed all this shit up and walked out. I was like, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, so that might be a real thing. I seen I seen what's the other dude? Robin Thicke. Kevin Hart tried it with Robin Thicke, and Robin Thicke was able to grab whatever he wanted and walk the fuck out. And Kevin Hart ass would be, they'd be like, "Who the fuck are you?" He'd be like, "Kevin Hart, man."
Kevin Hart is too. Oh, man, how long ago was this?
This was a while ago.
I was gonna say
he was still big.
Yeah.
This was a skit. He was still the big dog.
I feel like he was probably famous to where like people, and Chris Rock is a comic too.
Yeah. No, this was a skit though.
I was gonna. So it was not real.
This won't.
Oh, I thought it was.
No,
real.
no. That's why I kept saying it's a skit.
Oh,
It's not real. But Kevin Hart did a skit on it, like showing like he felt like he was acting like he wasn't as famous as them.
Oh,
but
shit.
he was still being. They knew who they was. It was on the. You ever watch the Real Houses of It was the Kevin Hart joint.
The Real House Husbands.
Yeah.
I never
with the
watched
Kevin
it.
Hart.
I never watched it, but
That shit is actually funny.
I heard it was. I just
That
never, I
shit is
never
actually
watched
funny. That shit didn't catch on, but that shit is funny, man. Kevin Hart is a hate. I believe this is like all their real like personalities. I think they was able to do them
Yeah.
as a joint. Like, bro, it's actually funny.
I've heard. I should watch it, man.
And Kevin was a big hater. He was always a hater. It was his show, but he was the biggest hater on the show. He was the biggest hater.
Man, what did that? Was that BET?
Yep.
Man,
He hated off of
it's so
everybody.
funny. I keep hearing more and more about it.
Watch it, bro. It's
All right.
a good show. It's really a good show. People I don't know why people didn't watch it. I don't know how I watched it.
For some reason, I feel like
Thought it was gonna be corny or something.
yeah, because like all those housewives shows were super big at the time, and it was just like I don't think people really understood what it was.
Yeah.
They couldn't tell like is this like a reality?
Yeah.
So what was he? Were they
So
making?
his isn't a So his is weird. His is a show of a reality show.
Okay, that's what I was trying
Yeah,
to.
so it's not a
It was a
real
parody
reality
of a-
show. Yeah, it's a parody. Yeah, of a. But it's a whole season.
Okay, I think that's where people got confused.
Probably got it confused at.
Yeah,
Yeah, this what the fuck. But it's real though. It's weird, bro. You gotta watch it. It's actually it's hilarious. It's one of my favorite little joints that I watched. I wish it would have kept it going.
All right, I have to check it out.
Kevin was the biggest hater though.
That's fine.
He hated off of everybody. Boris Kojo, fucking Nelly. He was always in the way. He was never the right one. Nobody wanted to invite him nowhere.
Sound like me.
He's the worst. He's the worst one.
Did you go to the after party for Tom Tom?
No, I didn't go to no after parties. I enjoyed the Tom Tom. I wish they would change it from Tom Tom though. Fucking.
It's supposed to be tomorrow. That's what they're trying to change it to. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I've heard a lot of weird things about that guy.
Tom, I'm liable to be kin to him.
Well, I'm talking about the guy who runs it now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's I'm
Who
trying
runs
to.
it now?
This dude named Paul Byers.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of him before.
I don't know why I can't. I can see the guy's name, but I can see his face. I can't think of his name.
Okay.
The dude used to play for the Heat, but yeah, that was cool watching him. Sorry. Man, this has been a fun episode, man.
Oh, yeah.
We gotta do more just chit chatting about shit.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Oh. What the fuck? Did we? God damn it!
It died?
It did. We got enough. It died.
It died.
All right. I'm gonna fix it. Well,
Do you want me to do? I mean, that's
it's cool. I'll chop it up. Cause I'll just take a still frame and just add this audio on top of
Okay.
it. All right, we got sidetracked. The phone ran out. We had a lot of weird shit going on. This has been a fun episode. Make sure you guys are following us on all things social media. Follow me at Chris Allen Comedy. Make sure you're following the page, the New OGs on Instagram. We almost had 1,000 followers. We're doing pretty good, man.
Yep. And
Oh.
the New OGs has a TikTok account now.
Yes, get on the TikTok.
So follow us on TikTok.
And what's the TikTok?
The New OGs.
The New OGs on TikTok.
Yeah.
Get on there and follow us.
No hyphens, no commas, no nothing. Just straight up the New OGs.
Yeah. All right. Sorry about the video this week, man. We had a lot of difficulties this week. We'll be back on track. Again, follow me at Chris Allen Comedy. We just want people to follow New OG. All right. We out. Peace.